Okay, so right now I'm with the head ball coach, Coach David Rehr. And first of all, before I really get into the main part of the interview, I watched your coaching style and I really enjoy it because you seem pretty calm the entire time. Where a lot of coaches get super into it. I feel like you only speak when you really have something to say, and you get it across very quickly and calmly. Is that the way you've coached the entire time, or is that something you've had to learn?
I think you learn that. Volleyball is a really specific sport where you don't have much time, so you got to learn to deliver the message fast. And if they hear a lot of noise, that's one of the things I kind of think about. If you just keep hearing the same noise, eventually you stop hearing the noise. Sure. So when you speak, you speak effectively. So when I talk and I yell, they know, because I don't yell often. So I don't get into that game, but I'm a big cheerleader for them, and I want to support the team, and I'll do whatever they need me to do.
Okay, and so talking about this season and the beginning, we talked to Carlisa, and she said the team didn't find their identity yet. Do you echo the same sentiments? Like, what fixes were put in place? Because you guys are on a 7-game winning streak now. Yeah. So now you almost forgot what losing feels like. No, you remember? You remember? So what were there any changes, or was it just the team getting comfortable in order to get those wins flowing in?
No, there's a lot of changes.
Okay.
It's not about. It's more about perception. It's what the focus of the team was on. The team doesn't focus on, about scoring, about offense, about what they're, or they don't focus enough on defense. But usually we can find what's wrong and put a lot of emphasis on that, and we can come back and bounce back pretty fast. And once the thing that we try to tell our team is once we build a foundation of fixing our block, then we can fix the back row. But if we keep worrying about fixing the block, we'll never get to the back row. We'll never get to that next thing. So it's once we fix something, learn it, put it in your foundation, build on top of that, and then we keep building. And that's what we've been doing. We keep building, and that's what we've done in this little 7-game win streak, that we just keep building on our foundation that's making us better and better every day.
Okay, and you guys, and the results are really showing off. You guys are looking like the top 3 Sun Belt team that you were last year, and maybe even beyond that in the championship caliber team. Speaking of Sun Belt, this was the Sun Belt Conference opener. Is there a difference in mindset when you go into a non-conference game than when you start playing the conference opponents who may be more similar?
Well, you don't ever want to lose. So that's the thing that we kind of build it on, is the hatred of losing. Hate losing. It's not joy of winning, it's the hatred of losing. So we build that in first, and then that these games really matter. Not like any of the games didn't matter before, but these games are the reasons we get seeded in the conference tournament, the reason we can get an automatic bid into AA. So these games are the ones that really, like us beating Jackson State. It's their last game. I don't remember which one it was. It didn't help our conference standings. It didn't help us getting into the AA tournament, but we want the win. But it's because they're next on our schedule. But these are going to be the ones that get us into the tournament.
Okay, and just looking in the Sun Belt, Coastal Carolina and Texas State were the 2 big ones last year. Are they still the 2 big ones you have your eye on this year, or are there other teams that have kind of caught your eye and that may be in that championship contendership that you 3 were?
Well, I think it's open right now. The thing that you don't know about what people have done in the preseason is level of play. So you see record, you just don't know who they played. Or you know who they played, but you don't know the circumstances because you're so worried about worrying about your own team. And I don't let myself look ahead. I don't let myself look at I don't even look at South Al, who's our next game. Our assistant coaches have the game plan for that. Tonight I'll watch it, and tomorrow morning I'll take care of that. But so we don't look that far ahead. So I don't know what Texas State's doing. I don't know what I think the University of Louisiana Lafayette's doing a really good job. I think there's a lot. Appalachian State's on a roll. Little Rock's doing damage right down the street. And then, so there's a lot of things going on that you just don't know. So we won't worry about it until we have to play them. And then we keep moving forward because there's nothing you're going to do now that's going to change the way you prepare for Texas State. We're not getting a new player. We're not, adding another total different scheme. It's just trying to just keep doing what we're doing right.
Okay, and so expectations-wise, with this kind of being a newer team, with some stars leaving, but stars are being built up. Right. Do you have the same expectations of where you guys finished last year? Are they higher? Are they lower? Or are they just kind of you're going all out and then you'll finish where you finish?
No, our job is to go to the NCAA tournament. Okay. Our job is to win the conference championship, and I don't expect anything less. And we go through ups and downs. We're going to go through another bit of adversity. I don't know how, but it usually happens. So you just can't think everything's going to be great. And sometimes you don't know it. The people around us don't know that we're going through that adversity, but we struggle through and we just figure it out. And no one cares that we have injuries. No one else cares that Timber Terrell's out. No one else cares that we may have a backup person that's not available, but they don't know that. But a lot of smoke and mirrors about just talking about the team that's on the court to play better. And so our goal is to win every game, every year.
All right. Well, I love that mentality. One of my favorite coaches, just in general. So it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very
much. It was nice meeting you. Thank you very much.